What's up, guys? Welcome to OTF Audio Daily Beats. My name is Coach Vassar. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you're new, appreciate you being here. If you find any value in it, information is in description to support me. As always, any feedback, comments, concerns, let me know. Welcome to September. We're going to break down September 1st. This is also Labor Day. It will repeat on Thursday the 18th. This is a Power Strength Day, and it is a 3G only template. So for the holiday, as well as later in the month, just make sure MBO is set up to reflect Orange 60 3G, so the members are aware of that. We'll talk about the key concepts, break down each section, and get you on out of here. So treadmills today, we're going to see two blocks. Block 1 is about bumping up your push. Block 2 is about bumping up the all out. On the rower, block 1, the row gets shorter. Your watts should go up. In block 2, timed up with the treads, go harder on each all out. And then on the floor, one long block, 3 pairs of exercises. Each pair hits lower body first, then upper body. We'll need dumbbells and then Y bells for the rower or med balls if you still have them. So looking at the treadmills, as mentioned, 2 blocks here. Total time is just about 14 minutes. Luckily, we are done with marathon month, so don't have to worry about that. But still, just be aware of it. Block 1, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. It's a primer block, followed by a 90-second walk recovery. And then they go into block 2, which is the true power focus. So in block 1, we're going to start off with a 1-minute push that will decrease by 15 seconds every time, paired up with a 90-second base. So 1 minute, 90, 45, 90, and then a 30-second push. Ideally, they're trying to increase the push intensity each round. Power walkers, they're going to start at a 6% incline. Every time they hit their push, let's try to add at least 1%, if not more. I'm also a big fan of trying to increase their walk speed on top of that. Joggers and runners, knowing that is only a 1-minute push with a longer base and pushes get shorter, maybe start aggressive today, so about 1.5 or more over their base speed. But of course, if they want to be more conservative, start at least 1, and they have room to grow. Bikes and striders, keeping it simple, have them do 3, 4, 5 gears over base, so that way they get ready for that big jump to 6 over base for the all-outs later on. All right. One big thing to be aware of as we go into block 2, each all-out is paired up with a 45-second base. And it's very simple, 45 base, 30 all-out, 45 walk. And they will do that a total of 4 times with the intention of maintaining or decrease the base so they could increase the all-out. So can they widen the gap between the 2 efforts? Treat the base as a ramp-up as well as part of the recovery process. So that first base into the all-out, hopefully they're in that green. When they hit that 30-second all-out, by the end of it, they might only get into that like high green, low to mid-range orange, if that. But there's that carryover effect where there is that slight delay of the heart rate response because you start working and then your body recognizes, oh, I'm doing work. Now my heart has to pump faster to move that blood. Then the heart rate starts tracking up about 10 to 15 seconds later. So during that walk recovery, the first 10 to 15 seconds, they will see their heart rate continue to climb before it starts to level out and then start to drop right before they go back into their base. Okay. So that's just something to be aware of. So the people who are trying to chase splats, it's not going to happen immediately on those all-outs. In fact, when it comes to power, as I said in previous videos, rather than chase splats, chase performance. So there's an opportunity to see and feel as athletic as possible. Okay. Every all-out, joggers, runners go faster, power walkers go higher or faster. Bikes and striders generating more wattage by either increasing RPMs, increasing gear, a combination of both. Just make sure RPMs don't go over 100 and that the RPMs stay above 60. Okay. A great cue that I've used for the bikes is think about trying to scrape gum off the shoe so they also get that hamstring recruitment similar to the joggers and runners who are sprinting on flat road. Got 7 minutes and 15 seconds there, and then that is it. When we look at the rowers, 2 blocks here as well. Block 1, they start with a 200-meter row. The effort and the intensity they choose at is up to them, but each round we are looking to increase their average watts, so drive back harder. So knowing that, they'll probably start at around like a base to push for that 200. Next round, definitely a push row for 150, 100 meters, push all out, maybe an all out effort. After each row, they're going to see the active recovery movement of a Y bell or med ball, alternating knee raise with torso rotation. So one leg comes up, they find their balance, they rotate towards that leg, set the foot down, other leg comes up, rotate that direction. This is your chance to really go slow, prioritize balance, prioritize catching their breath, and getting their heart rate back under control. If they finish the 3 rounds, they're going to repeat that 3rd round for the remainder of that 5-minute and 15-second block. Okay, so they'll just keep doing 100 meters and their 10 rotations. Block 2 is timed up with the treads. They're going to do the exact same thing as a treadmill, so start at a base row and then ramp up into their 45-second all-out row, or 30-second all-out row. What we want people to kind of be mindful of is how high their watts get after about 2 or 3 strokes in their all-out, and then can they keep it at that apex of performance. Because a lot of times what you'll see is people, they're really aggressive on those first 2, 3, 4 strokes, and then they start to peter out. So let's try to be strong and then finish strong. And then when the recovery row, very minimal leg drive. Stroke rate lower, like 18, maybe even 12 strokes per minute. Very slow, catch their breath, and then get that heart rate to come back down, wiggle their fingers as they need to, and then gradually build back to their base, and then spike for that all out. Weight floor, 1 long block, 14 minutes here. There's going to be 3 different back-to-back movements, 6 exercises. After each back-to-back, they should take a break. A great full body sequence here. They're going to see dumbbell sumo goblet squats, 6 to 10 reps, paired up with a split stance contralateral single arm reverse fly. So whichever foot goes back, that's the arm that's going to have the weight as it go out. They could do a single arm high row as an alternative. Key thing here, the rep ranges is an opportunity to play around with their weight choice. Okay? If 10 reps is what's feeling good for them, moderate to heavy weight to hit 10 solid reps. If they want that challenge to work on getting stronger, 6 reps, moderate to heavy weight, as long as they maintain good form. They'll do those 2 movements, take a break. Then they're going to have alternating forward lunges, 6 to 10 total, so 3 to 5 per leg. And that's going to be paired up with the single arm shoulder press. So a great opportunity to help work on stabilizing the midline, getting that core engagement. If you have the space for it, I would encourage to have benches out because a lot of times people are not receptive to doing forward lunges, and they'll typically maybe do squats instead, but that defeats the purpose of the unilateral work. So if anything, maybe have them do alternating step-ups so they still get that step forward and drive through the front leg to for the mechanic that way. Of course, they can also do reverse lunges as well. But if their knees are hurting from a forward lunge, that's a great opportunity for a conversation after class to figure out why and what are they doing or what are they not doing to help with that. Usually they just need to stretch more. And they're the ones who also run out of class and skip mobility matrix. Crazy. Anyways, forward lunge, single arm shoulder press, they'll take a break. And then the wide stance bridge. So that wider stance works on engaging the lateral glutes. So they should still feel that from that sumo goblet squat. So those muscles should be primed. Also work on driving the heels down and trying to pull the heels against the ground towards the hips as they lift up the hips. That way they are trying to emphasize that hip extension rather than extension from the lower back. And that's going to be paired up with the single arm chest press with leg extension. Same idea, kind of like a dead bug. So they start in that upside down tabletop position, the dead bug position. As they press one arm out, that's the same leg that's going to extend out. And as they reach that leg out, they want to try to keep the pelvic bone rotated slightly so the lower back stays glued down and they get more ab activation on the leg that it kicks out. They'll do 6 to 10 on one side and then the other side. And then when it comes to the finisher, it's the member choice. They either have bodyweight squats or bodyweight push-ups. And then that's a wrap. Once again, this is a 3G only class, so that's all you get. This is going to be on Monday, Labor Day, the 1st, and then repeats Thursday, the 18th. Other than that, coach it down.